be able to meet up. Some of my mates finish, and I keep on like that. And yesterday, God declared me.
Well, she said that embargo was there in the course of her program. In the course of her program, she was afflicted, and it looked as though she wasn't able to, or she isn't going to finish that program, but God helped her. Yesterday, she graduated, like she said, the first person to bag a degree in her family.
Degree in what?
In
what law? What's it called? What's the name of the degree? Like medicine is MBBS. Give her the mic. What kind of degree is it? My medicine is MBBS.
BSc, sir. BSc in law, sir.
So the testimony is a lie. There is nothing like BSc in law. You either have LLB or BL. It's a lie. The testimony is a lie. Please go back to your seat. BSc law. Is that how lawyers speak English? Please, anybody who comes to this altar to share a testimony that is not true, you do it at the risk of yourself. At the risk of yourself. We are not playing here. We are not faking anything here. When she started her testimony and she's talking law, I knew there was nothing like law. No matter how bad it is, it hasn't got to that level. Then you say you got a degree in law. What degree? BSc. Is there any lawyer here who has a BSc in law?
Oh no. That was such a big embarrassment. In fact, a public disgrace. In front of that big congregation and the thousands of people watching that service online. Plus the millions of people all over social media. Because that woman's pictures and that video is all over the internet. And to think that that woman actually graduated, she wasn't lying after all. She actually graduated from the National Open University in Abuja. The woman in that video has been identified as Miss Anyim Vera. And that incident happened at the Dunamis Church in Abuja, led by Pastor Paul Enenche. I can only imagine that walking from that altar back to her seat was the longest walk of her life. And eyewitnesses have said that as soon as she got to her seat, she picked up her bag and left the church. I only pray that she would have the courage and the confidence to go back to church. I pray that the church has not lost another person. And imagine that she came all beautifully dressed, her hair well done and everything, that she even came with her children and her friends to come and celebrate with her, only to receive such a big disgrace. I really feel for her. No jokes. I feel for her. Well, let me try and make a case for both parties. Let me start with the woman, Miss Anyim Vera. This right here is her graduation picture, which she posted on the 13th of April 2024, thanking God that she eventually graduated from the National Open University. So this is an evidence that the woman actually graduated. The second evidence is this, the graduation list of the National Open University. And this is the woman's name right here, number 2262, Anyim Veronica Unena. So you see, she actually graduated. And she did not deserve that public disgrace. In fact, nobody deserves such a public disgrace except criminals. And I'll try and make a case for her, even though I am not a lawyer. Number one, all I see is a woman who is so eager and happy to share a testimony of the goodness of God in her life, having broken an age-long jinx that nobody has ever bagged a degree in her family, both father and mother's side. And she's so happy that she, against all odds, graduated from the university. And number two, let us not forget that this woman is a mature adult. From what I see, she shouldn't be less than 45 years of age, if not close to 50. So I really commend her for having the courage to go to university in spite of her age. How many people our age would want to go to a university degree, especially when they're already doing well? They wouldn't see a need for any degree anymore. Fine, she made a mistake. She goofed. with regards to the category of degree that she bagged. But still, she wasn't lying. She graduated. Another thing is this. Let us also not forget that she graduated from National Open University, which is a distance learning institution. And so, people who graduate from this kind of universities do not have the advantage that people who attend a contact or an in-person university have. People who graduate from a distance learning university usually don't have that kind of rapport with their mates, their colleagues, Those who attend a contact university always have the opportunity of having rapport with their colleagues. They get to ask questions, they get into different kinds of conversation, such that even some things that you'd never realize would come to you based on your interactions with your mates. If she has had the opportunity of having rapport with her mates, getting into conversations with them, it would have stuck to her that this degree is an LLB, Bachelor of Laws, and not a BSc, Bachelor of Science. And one thing that I have noticed is that a lot of people actually refer to all degrees as BSc. I don't know, maybe it is out of convenience or anything, or maybe it is the most popular kind of degree, So I see a lot of people that went to the university, irrespective of what they studied, just say, oh, I'm a BSc holder, I'm a BSc holder. Maybe that was what was also playing in this woman's head, even though she goofed. And another thing is this, stage fright. Stage fright is real. If you have never experienced stage fright before, then don't castigate her. Yes. If you look at her very well, she looked tensed in that video. And especially when Pastor Paul Enenche picked up the mic to ask her a question, she looked a bit tensed. She looked even more tensed. She didn't even know what Pastor was trying to get at. And so she wasn't prepared for what came after that. And I see a lot of people also condemning this woman based on the question Pastor Paul Enenche asked, that is this how lawyers speak English? Many people are saying, yes, is this how lawyers speak English? Is this the kind of English she's going to be speaking in court? Is this how she's going to be defending her clients? Like I said, this woman is a mature adult. Probably she just wanted to bag a university degree. It is not everybody that went to the university that went with the aim of practicing what they studied. So I don't think that she really wants to practice. And even if she wants to practice, it is not everybody that studied law that ends up in court. There are different aspects of law. So she may not want to practice, or she may not want to be in court. She may not have the intention of defending anybody in court. And also, her English is already formed. She's an adult. There are some people that really want to speak good English, but they just cannot speak good English. I have seen so many graduates who cannot speak good English, and they are not old people, they are young people. This thing has to do with foundation. If you don't get it right from a young age, it will take you a lot of effort to get it when you're already old, because it is formed already. You can only try. If it didn't day, it didn't day. Personally, I know people like that. Even now, I still question some people that, and you're sure that you went to the university. But hey, I also come to the realization that English is not our mother tongue. So let us take it easy on this woman. Because I've been thinking about this matter, and I thought, oh, this is how some people just give up on their faith. If they could be treated so badly like this in church, then they're not going to serve God anymore. And for some people, it just takes away the little confidence that they had left. And that is all they need, to just give up on trying to make a mark, try any effort that they just want to put into their life. And that is just the end. Well, now let me make a case for Pastor Paul Enenche. He is a man of God. But let us not forget that he is also human. Men of God have their high and low moments as well. I want to believe that Pastor was not in a very good mood at that time. Maybe he was triggered, maybe he was angry. We don't know. But I think that situation could have been handled better. Maybe you could have just said, okay, the woman should hold on, and for somebody to verify if indeed she graduated. And I would also make a case for him, because I know that the public is always very brutal when it comes to condemning this man of God. So maybe he made that move, maybe he did what he did to protect his integrity and the integrity of the church. before somebody would come out to say, oh, they have entertained another fake testimony on their altar, and then they will blow things out of proportion, because that has happened in Dunamis Church before. Remember the case of the boy with kidney disease. It has happened a lot. People would not verify information, they wouldn't verify what is going on, and then they will just be quick to splash it all over the internet, condemning the men of God, condemning the work of God. Maybe that was why he acted the way he did. May God help us. May God help our men of God. May God grant them wisdom. Nobody knows it all. Truly, nobody does. And I've also been thinking, because that woman gave a testimony that she broke an age-long jinx. Nobody has actually graduated from her family before. Everybody only studied up to primary or secondary school level, and she was the first person. What if the powers that stopped all her family members from bagging a university degree still followed her to church and said, you think that you have escaped? You think that you can just bag a degree like that and go scot-free? We are going to disgrace you today. What if that was what happened? I always say it, that life is spiritual. And so anytime we get blessed, it is not the time to rest on our oars. It is not the time to relax. That is the time to even increase our spiritual tempo. Because those powers are also not happy. Some of these things are not ordinary. How is it that in a whole lineage, nobody has bagged a university degree, and she happened to be the first person? Those powers will also not rest. They would also not want her to go scot-free. But I pray that she will really come out of this, because it's not going to be easy. That disgrace was too much. Now that there is an undeniable evidence that this woman actually graduated from the National Open University, a lot of people have been calling out Pastor Paul Enenche that he needs to apologize to this woman. Though some people are saying, apologize for what? Why did she not also mention the right category of degree that she bagged? Well, it is easy to say apologize for what? Because you are not the victim here. And I pray that you will not be a victim of public disgrace. In my opinion, I think that an apology would go a long way in redeeming the situation. An apology might just be all this woman needs to get her confidence back in humanity, in God, and even in herself, because I want to believe that her confidence would have been dampened. So an apology will not be a bad idea, in my own opinion. Nobody's above mistake. The woman made a mistake by calling a wrong category of degree. Pastor Paul also made a mistake by really not verifying the situation before saying that the woman was lying outrightly. So tendering an apology only shows that he has realized it, and it will really go a long way in mending the situation. Nobody's above mistake. Nobody knows it all. God will help us. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Please don't forget to like this video. Please share your thoughts in the comment section, and kindly subscribe to my channel if you are yet to subscribe. I'll come your way again, God willing. Until then, be intentional. Bye.